As a traveler, I've always believed that crossing borders builds understanding and friendship between nations. Every journey I've taken has shown me how travel can break down stereotypes, foster empathy, and create bonds that last a lifetime. When we visit new places, we don't just see monuments or landscapes. We share stories, laughter, and sometimes even challenges with people from all walks of life. It's about more than just seeing sights. It's about connecting with people and breaking down barriers. The magic of travel lies in those small human moments, sharing a meal, learning a few words in a new language, or simply exchanging a smile with a stranger. These experiences remind us that, despite our differences, we're all part of a global community. That's why the news from the US in the summer of 2025 is so troubling. Headlines are filled with stories of new travel restrictions, visa delays, and uncertainty. For many would-be visitors, the dream of experiencing America is suddenly out of reach, replaced by confusion and disappointment. The United States, long a beacon for global travelers, is facing a severe tourism crisis. Once bustling landmarks now stand eerily quiet, and the energy that once defined America's cities and natural wonders has faded. The ripple effects are being felt far and wide. The welcome mat feels frayed and the world is taking notice. The image of America as an open, inviting destination is being challenged, and the consequences are real. Instead of a post-pandemic rebound, we're seeing a significant decline in international visitors. Airports that once buzzed with excitement are now quiet, and hotels that were once fully booked are struggling to fill rooms. The sense of anticipation that used to greet travelers has been replaced by uncertainty. The potential economic fallout is staggering. Analysts warn the US could lose up to $200 billion in international tourism. That's not just a statistic, it's a looming threat to countless businesses, from family-run souvenir shops to world-famous attractions. This isn't just a number, it's millions of livelihoods and the vibrancy of our communities at stake. Restaurants, hotels, tour guides, and countless others depend on tourism to survive. When visitors stop coming, entire neighborhoods feel the impact. The world's travelers are voting with their feet, and their wallets, choosing to go elsewhere. Other countries are seizing the opportunity, welcoming tourists with open arms and reaping the benefits of a global travel boom that's passing the US by. This is a wake-up call we can't ignore. The stakes are too high and the consequences too far-reaching for us to look the other way. Let's unpack what's happening, why it matters, and what can be done to turn the tide, because the future of American tourism, and the connections it fosters, depends on the choices we make today. When we think of the US economy, tourism is often overlooked, overshadowed by industries like technology, finance, or manufacturing. But in reality, tourism is a quiet powerhouse working behind the scenes to keep countless communities thriving. Every year, millions of visitors from around the globe arrive in the US, filling our cities, towns, and natural wonders with energy and excitement. Their presence is felt everywhere, from the busiest metropolises to the smallest rural towns. The American travel industry supports around 15 million jobs, sustaining families and local economies nationwide. These are real people, hotel clerks, restaurant servers, tour guides, and small business owners, whose livelihoods depend on a steady stream of visitors. International visitors are the lifeblood of this industry. They stay longer, travel further, and spend more than domestic tourists. Their curiosity and enthusiasm help keep our attractions vibrant and our businesses bustling. On an average day, they inject about $700 million into the US economy. That's money spent on hotels, meals, shopping, entertainment, and transportation, fueling growth in nearly every sector. This spending ripples outward, supporting wages, public services, and local businesses. It helps keep neighborhood shops open, funds community projects, and even supports schools and infrastructure through tax revenue. When a tourist buys a Broadway ticket, it pays not just actors, but ushers, costume designers, stagehands, and countless others behind the scenes. The impact of a single purchase can be felt by an entire network of workers. When that stream slows, the impact is felt far beyond the tourism sector. Hotels sit empty, restaurants lose customers, and local shops struggle to survive. Beyond dollars, there's cultural value. Every positive interaction chips away at stereotypes and builds goodwill. International visitors bring fresh perspectives, share their stories, and help foster understanding between nations. A decline in tourism isn't just economic loss, it's a loss of connection and opportunity. It means fewer chances for Americans to share their culture, and fewer opportunities for visitors to experience the best of what we have to offer. It makes our world and our country a little bit smaller, a little less open, and a little less vibrant. That's why this downturn matters to us all, because when international visitors thrive here, so do we. Why are international travelers suddenly hesitant to visit the US? It's a perfect storm of issues. Negative sentiment and geopolitical friction have strained relationships with key allies. Stories of aggressive border questioning and stricter visa policies deter many would-be visitors. Travel advisories from Europe and Asia cite concerns over safety, gun violence, and political instability. Official warnings transform vague worries into concrete reasons to stay away. The lingering effects of the pandemic have made travelers more cautious and cost-conscious. For many, the hassle and risk of visiting the US just isn't worth it right now. All these factors combine to create a formidable barrier to US tourism. The data tells a stark story, one that goes far beyond numbers on a screen. It's a story of shifting tides, changing plans, and the ripple effects that touch communities across the nation. In 2025, international visitors to the US are projected to drop by 8.5%, a sharp reversal from earlier growth forecasts. Airports that once bustled with energy now feel subdued, and the anticipation of welcoming travelers has been replaced by uncertainty. The most dramatic decline is from Canada, our largest international market, with a predicted 20% drop. This isn't just a statistic, it's a sign of how deeply travel patterns are changing between neighbors who share more than just a border. Car travel from Canada is down 35%, air travel down 20%, and summer flight bookings are off by a third. The highways and skies that once connected friends, families, and businesses now see far less movement. Over a third of Canadian adults have canceled US trips this year. For many, cherished traditions, like summer road trips or family reunions, are being put on hold, replaced by disappointment and uncertainty. Western Europe is also pulling back, with a 6% drop in visitors and double-digit declines in summer bookings. Iconic destinations in the US, once magnets for international tourists, are now noticeably quieter. These aren't just numbers, they mean empty hotel rooms, quieter restaurants, and less business for shops in border towns. The impact is felt by local workers, small business owners, and entire communities that rely on tourism. Fewer European visitors means fewer tour buses, and less demand for guides in major cities. The stories and experiences that guides share with travelers are now left untold, and the vibrant energy of tourism is missing from city streets. Each percentage point represents millions of individual decisions to go elsewhere. Behind every statistic is a family, a traveler, or a business making tough choices in uncertain times. The economic and cultural consequences are immense. From lost revenue to missed opportunities for cultural exchange, the effects ripple through every layer of society. This is a crisis felt in every corner of the country, from the busiest cities to the quietest border towns. The story of two neighbors is now a shared challenge, and its outcome will shape the future for us all. Nowhere is the impact clearer than in New York City. International visitors are vital to the city's economy, spending $26 billion in 2024 alone. In 2025, the city expects a 17% drop in international arrivals, 2.5 million fewer people. That's a massive financial hit, a $4 billion loss in visitor spending. This means less revenue for hotels, restaurants, theaters, and public services. The absence of global visitors is felt everywhere, from Times Square to neighborhood pizza joints. New York's struggles mirror those of other gateway cities like LA, Miami, and Chicago. When the front door to America seems less open, the whole country feels it. The stakes for cities like New York couldn't be higher. The tourism crisis is sending shockwaves through the entire travel ecosystem. Airlines are lowering financial forecasts as demand for both international and domestic flights drops. Some are adding new routes betting on future recovery, but the short-term reality is intense pressure. Hotels face a similar dilemma: more rooms than guests, risking $18 billion in lost revenue. Lowering prices hurts profits, keeping them high risks empty rooms. The ripple effect hits rental car companies, tour operators, food suppliers, and small businesses. When millions of visitors vanish, the pain is widespread. The travel industry's interconnectedness means a problem at the border impacts livelihoods everywhere. This is more than a tourism issue, it's an economic crisis. The US travel industry isn't giving up, it's fighting back with bold strategies. Brand USA's new America the Beautiful campaign focuses on authentic, diverse experiences, not just landmarks. A revamped website uses AI to help visitors plan trips, making travel feel more accessible and inspiring. Major upcoming events like the 2026 FIFA World Cup, America's 250th birthday, and the 2028 LA Olympics are expected to draw global crowds. These events are magnets for international attention and tourism. Massive investments in airport expansions and modernizations aim to make arrivals smoother and more welcoming. These aren't just cosmetic changes, they're fundamental improvements. The industry is betting on marketing, events, and infrastructure to spark a sustained recovery. Despite grim statistics, there's real hope and determination in the travel community. The crisis has forced industry and government to confront long-standing issues head-on. Major events like the World Cup and Olympics offer a chance to reset America's image and inspire new travel. The U.S. still has unmatched attractions, national parks, vibrant cities, and rich culture. The challenge is bridging the gap between global interest and current reluctance. Recovery will require more than marketing. It needs a genuine shift in tone and a renewed spirit of hospitality. The path may be long, but the work has begun. With smart strategy and a welcoming attitude, America can reclaim its place as the world's top destination. The 2025 tourism crisis isn't just about airlines and hotels, it's a national issue. Losing $200 billion threatens economic stability and millions of jobs. When tourism thrives, it supports small businesses, public services, and strong communities. But the stakes go beyond money. This is about our relationship with the world. Travel breaks down fear and misunderstanding, turning visitors into ambassadors for America. Shutting ourselves off makes us poorer in spirit and less secure. Recovery requires effort from government, industry, and all of us. Every act of kindness to a visitor helps rebuild our reputation. Restoring tourism is essential for our economy and our national soul. It's time to roll out the welcome mat and remind the world and ourselves of America's best spirit.